I teach teens and adults. Today we're going to talk about driving awareness, how to overcome fear and anxiety, and then finally make that push to go ahead and start driver's education. As you know, driving is a personal decision, okay? And it's got to come from within you. It can't come from your parents. It can't come from your significant other. It can't come from your boyfriend, girlfriend. It's got to be from you. There are teens who are waiting to 18 and 19 to take driver's ed because of anxiety, because post-COVID traumatic shock syndrome. There are people who are in their 20s, 24, 25, 27, who don't want to drive because of anxiety on the road, a bad experience. There are people in their 30s who've had a large family who just don't want to drive. So today I'm going to walk you through the process. How do you make these steps? How do you make these significant steps to help you overcome and get that awareness to want to drive? Number one, you have to find an instructor who's patient. If I were you in this time period, I would do some research on the schools. I would go visit. I've always learned to go see a virtual driving school, an in-person driving school. Go talk to the boss. Good morning. Go talk to the boss. Good afternoon. And analyze the facilities. Do they have new cars? Are they using new information? Do they have stuff from the 2010s, the early 2000s, the 90s? You want a school that is really working with an age group in your category. Most driving schools today have a teen program, they have an adult program, they have a program to help drivers who maybe have been in accidents, who maybe have been in a traumatic shock situation. Go talk to those instructors. If I'm connecting with you because of my smile, because of my energy, it's from my heart. If you see my content and you subscribe, and you better subscribe. Subscribe because you want value. Don't be a subscriber who will subscribe but never look at it. Look at it because you want to learn how to drive. You want to get value. So you want an instructor who's patient. The next one, you want someone who's nice, who's not going to yell at you. And when you're driving, it's high stakes, right? You are in a car, and if you make a mistake, you could pull out in front of a truck, get hit. You could make a left turn and misjudge and get broadsided. You can merge on the expressway and just not have enough speed and have to abort that merge and pull over to the side. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been in all those situations, and I live to tell the tale. You can't be scared. You have to overcome that fear, overcome that anxiety. You want an instructor who's going to give you directions in advance. I'd like you to make a left turn. I want you to make a right turn. I want you to squeeze your brakes. I want to see the rear of the tires on the ground. And when you have an instructor who's going to speak to you in an adult-like fashion, not treat you like a child, you're going to connect. We all remember our favorite teachers. My favorite teacher was Mr. Schultz in high school. I love you. And because he was real, he was authentic, he was very genuine. And he talked to me about a lot of things that helped me grow up into a young man. Okay? So we always have that person. It could be your cousin, it could be your uncle, it could be your auntie, right? And you want to find someone who is passionate for you. I see you've changed your instructor, and that's okay. When you pay your money, you are investing in yourself. I've invested in myself to bring you better content, getting a camera, getting a stand, getting a microphone, to show you that I want to bring you value and I want to grow and evolve. Success leaves clues, okay? You want an instructor who's going to make conversation with you. It's really scary being in a driver's ed car and the instructor doesn't talk, right? You have to have discipline, and good instructors have that kind, loving discipline, who are not going to grab that wheel, take your womanhood away, take your manhood away. It takes experience, and you learn through experience, okay? You want an instructor who's going to give you visual demonstrations. Okay, we're going to be driving through this parking lot. You're going to have people walking across. You're going to have people who will back out in front of you. You want to give them a pre information of what could happen, and then that will reduce the likelihood of having accidents. Every instructor is different. There's some instructors you see out there, they don't talk, they just make faces. Others instructors, they give you information and let you digest. Yes, helpful. You gotta be chilled, right? And when I smile at you and give you that love, it's real. It's from my heart. I'm not gonna be who I'm not. And for the people who don't like that, they'll find someone else. I'm happy for you because you found a good instructor who's going to be chilled, who's going to give you that love and support, and you're going to connect and you will soar. You want an instructor who's going to share stories. The story I want to share, we were driving this weekend, a car pulled out in front of us. The young man almost hit the car. I squeezed the brake really easy. I was prepared to turn the wheel to the right or left, but we were okay. And you can't be mad at that beginning driver because he or she didn't know, right? Next, good instructors are very calm, right? They give you directions in advance. They always want you to improve. I'm here on this platform because I want to improve delivering you content. I want to give you insight into driving, insight into pushing through anxiety, insight in through some of the things that just hold us back year after year after year after year. When I take the time to come into the lab every day, I want to go live and talk to you. I had a nice drive in the day. I left about 15 minutes early. I got gas last night. I got some food. So I had a nice chill drive. They still were pushing fast. They were driving 75 and 80. I was in the middle lane. I wasn't to the left lane doing 80, 90. I wasn't to the right lane being cut off by cars. If I'm driving, cars are cutting out in front of me. If I'm in the middle lane, cars are going by real fast. So I'm in the middle lane. And driving during the morning is a different vibe than driving in the afternoon. Driving in the afternoon is a different vibe than driving in the evening. Your instructor should be varying those times. And if you're on one-on-one, a 6 session lesson might be good. An 8 session lesson might be good. You got to work on a parking and turning. You got to work on general speed control and management of your vehicle. And you will feel comfortable. So if I was recommending driving to all of you, I say a minimum of 4 to 6 lessons of driving, okay, where you get oriented with the car. You have to go to Secretary of State and get your TIP, your temporary instruction permit. If you're over 18, you can't drive until you get that. You're going to have to take a test. I will make a knowledge session for you guys. I'll post that. I'll go over the answers. So if you look at my content, I had a viewer request some information. I put it together. We reviewed it. So it's there for you. Next, you want to give positive reinforcement. No one wants to be screamed at. No one wants to be yelled at. That's real. Okay, if you make a mistake, you make it gracefully, you fall on your face, you pick yourself back up, you get back into that vehicle, and you seek, hey, instructor, what did I do wrong? Well, you went too fast into the turn, you went over the curb. I had another young man go over the curb this weekend. He saw a big pothole, he overcorrected, the car went on the curb. I started sweating, the real. What could I do? So I just squeezed the brake. He looked at me, and I said, what mistake did you make? I hit the gas real hard. He did, and the car went up on the curb. And luckily, no one was hurt. It's a driver's ed car. They live a very tough, harsh life, but I got him back out there. I didn't rip his heart out. I didn't make him feel like a child. Those mistakes will happen. And if you have a parent or a significant other that overreacts like that, you're gonna say, I'm done. You scream at me, I have anxiety and I don't want to drive. So that's real life situations. And when you look at my content, you're going to see that. You're going to see real life. You're going to see into the eyes of an instructor. You're going to see adults and teens grow and shine and develop. And it takes time. You want an instructor who allows you to fix your mistakes. We all make mistakes. No one in this world is perfect. You have made a choice to look at my content. You've made a choice to shine and grow. I'm making a choice to give you a perspective. I drove over 20 hours this weekend, and you are teaching people how to park, how to turn, how to merge onto the expressway, how to do 3-point turnarounds. And then I share with you through different clips, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and then you're gonna get a sense. And then I do some in-person, the best season, all seasons are good, right? All seasons are good. The summer, people are driving faster. You have motorcycles, they're flying by. The winter, people are driving slower, but it's slick outside. Okay, the fall, there are leaves on the ground. All seasons are good. And if I lived in a super warm tropical climate, I would be out there driving too. So if you live in a climate that changes all the time, that is good, right? Drive in all of them. Okay, down south, if they get a little snow, they shut down everything. I live in a cold weather climate, and if we have snow, it takes 8 to 10 inches for them to shut down everything. And if it's safe, we're gonna get out there and drive. Okay? My daughter would tell you, we had a really bad snowstorm, they shut down everything. I had my girl out there driving. And she said, Dad, thank you, because I learned how to drive in bad weather. Okay? So she's careful. So I just want to share this experience with you. I want to say that I care. I love you. Subscribe, follow, do all those things. Bye, guys.